when caregiver is underperformed, we have to make sure that we take care of it right away. Good morning. Today, I'm on my way to go see a client that is in another area in West Palm. We had a caregiver that's been taking care of the client, and for some reason that the caregiver has to go on vacation, and we placed another caregiver there to take over. For some reason, that caregiver, it's, we did everything we could to make sure that the caregiver is well informed, knows exactly what to do, what's expected of them, and to basically take over the client while the other caregiver is on vacation. For some reason, that the caregiver is underperformed. I am on my way as a nurse, as a business owner, and as the owner of this agency. I'm gonna go there, make sure everything is good, care for the client, and then until the caregiver, actually, she'll come back next week. So I'm saying all this to say that yes, talking about business, talking about healthcare, private duty and home health services, those are the things that come with it. Sometimes you have a caregiver that you send, and even though you make sure the caregiver is well, prepared and trained and everything, those are the things that you can you can control. Maybe it's family doesn't like the performance, then we have to basically make sure that you go in and take care of that. Yes, we can say that's part of business. It's one of the things that you have to constantly taking care of. How do you better make sure your processes are you're always making changes. Make sure that how do you care for your clients? How do you go above and beyond for them? And if they feedback is very, very important. So yes, I'm on my way there to make sure that the client is well satisfied. Pull that caregiver and make sure that they receive the best possible care. Actually, those are the things that we have to when it comes to business, when it comes to home care, private duty, taking care of the clients. And you have to make sure that you go above and beyond for them. And sometimes you can send a caregiver. Sometimes they don't match. Sometimes they don't. The caregiver. Sometimes we when we put a caregiver there with the client, yes, we do have a 95% first, the first time we put a caregiver there, it's always 95%. It works all most of the time, but sometimes that's why feedback is so important. Whenever you put a caregiver there, you always make sure that you get the client's feedback, because at the end of the day, it's the reputation, it's the service that you provide. Caring for people, and we want to make sure that we provide the best quality, and we're promoting concierge level service, we're promoting top-notch care, and these are the things that we have to do. When caregiver is underperformed, we have to make sure that we take care of it right away. So that way you maintain that relationship with your client. So that way, they will continue to refer to you. If they have somebody in the neighborhood asking about home care services, because you there for them, the quality service you provide, the concierge level you provide, they will refer to you. So if you want to go into business, you definitely have to keep keep your pulse on the quality of your service. If there is any error, if there's any mistakes, be ready to rectify it and fix it and move forward. Because at the end of the day, your client, the service you provide, has to be the top notch, especially when you're promoting concierge level service. You've got to take care of your business. You've got to take care of clients, because they are the one that basically, without them, you don't have a business. So for us, as a nurse myself, I go in and make sure that get the feedback. So the client, they call us, they'll text us, don't worry, I'm gonna be there. So I call her on the phone, know exactly what happened, and get more details, and then we have to coach the caregiver. We have to coach them, on the things that they did not do well at it. And if it required, of course, we'll make sure that they get better training, so that way they can perform well, and on the next assignment, if that makes sense. So yes, I know this YouTube channel is all about my nursing career, having an agency, what we are doing, the service we're providing to our clients, concierge level services. Those are the things that comes with it. Sometimes it takes you to go in and fix things. That's the advantage of being a nurse and then have an agency, because you're skilled and you have the experience and you know exactly the kind of service you're providing. That's a big plus. I know some agencies out there, they don't have a nurse, right? They have a nurse, but they have a nurse on staff. But again, majority of the owner of those agencies, they're not nurses. It takes, they have to send somebody there to do the work. But for me, I am the owner of the agency. I go in, I see what's going on, and I fix it. And then so that way this doesn't happen again. The most important thing is the fact that it's when you providing a service, you always want to make sure you get feedback. If something doesn't work, you have to go in and fix it. And don't take time. You have to fix it right away, because you want your service to remain the same consistency, the same type of level of high quality concierge level you want to provide. That has to stay the same. Yes, sometimes you send a caregiver there, they don't perform well. It's part of the business. It's part of it. But a lot of times you have to go extra mile and fix that. So I am Pierre, from bedside nurse to CEO, home care concierge level, soluxhealth.com. And we provide services anywhere from Vero Beach or Indian River County all the way to West Palm Beach. Our phone number is 772-306-0233. 772-306-0233. Bye-bye. Take care.